Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. This is part 3 of painting the '07 Envoy bumper cover, hood, and grille surround. If all goes well today, it'll be paint day. What I need to do now is sand down all this epoxy primer that I sprayed yesterday. I'm going to sand it with 800. Just get it smooth and then clean it real good, paint it, wait a while, and clear it. Wish me luck. I started to sand it dry, but I'm going to try a little wet sand action here. I got the heavy solution of Dawn and water. You don't need a lot of soap to do this, but it's already in there. I'm going to try it. See, a lot of times you don't want to do wet right before you paint because of the moisture content. But it's going to be fine today. Another reason you don't want to do wet is the water will get inside a lot of the areas of the parts and it stays there. Then Murphy makes sure that the water comes out of there when you paint it. So this part doesn't have a lot of place for water to hide. It's going to go down underneath and I'll wipe it or do something to hopefully alleviate a problem. I gotta get some paper towel here. Let's see how this is looking here. Yeah, I think I like the wet sand better. So that's what I'll be doing. All right, I got this part sanded. It's very smooth. And I have to stay focused. Focused on the task. The task is to take a white hood, a gold bumper cover, and a black grille, make them all silver for a winter beater. It's not going to be a show car. I have to keep telling you that in my head. Just paint them silver. So I'm going to leave the hood alone. I think it's going to look good though. Now I'm going to start sanding these other parts. I have parts lightly sanded, scuffed up, ready for paint. There wasn't a lot of dust nibs or anything in the primer. This went pretty quick. This part went fast also. I have to mix up some paint, figure out how much I need to mix up, and start painting. I have a pint of paint, which will make a quart of mixed. I sure hope that's enough. I'm going to mix, like, let's say half of it at once. 8 ounces paint, 8 ounces of reducer. Spray it, see if I can get a full coat on there. May not be able to. But see, the paint you can mix, and you don't have to let it induce. You can mix it, spray it. So if I don't mix up enough at first, it's not a big deal. Just mix some more up, spray it. The absolute worst case scenario on paint quantity is I run out. Then I have to go back up to Painter Supply and buy another pint. I'm hoping that's not going to happen. Let me make sure that lid was on. I'm going to clean up my work area here and get some paint mixed up. First, 1, 2, 3. Clean, clean, clean. I got a clean, clean, clean nose. And then tack rag before spraying. I have all the parts cleaned off, wiped down, wax and grease remover. I'm going to mix up the paint and start spraying. Okay, I got things ready here. Gotta stir this paint up real good. And I'm also waiting for my furnace to stop running in the background there. So I turned it down so the fan won't be blowing while I'm painting. Okay, that lid was really tight on there. I shook this before I opened it, and it was just mixed up the other day. So it should not be settled in the can. But it's got heavy metallic in there. You can see that. I want to mix it good. I'm going to try a paint pour spout made out of tape here. Sometimes this works really good. Other times it turns out to be a fail. See, to do this, you shouldn't have any paint on that inside edge, and I might have some, so yeah, this could be a fail. We'll find out. This is going to be a 1-to-1 mix. So I'm going to go 8 ounces paint, 8 ounces of reducer. So I'm going to put a little pointer here. Like the tip of that tape is 8 ounces. And this is going to be pointing at the 16 ounce mark. Right there. Okay. Try to pour. Okay, there's my 8 ounces. I only got a little drip on the can because I didn't have my pour spout long enough. but it kept it out of the groove in the can, and that's the goal, so it doesn't get glued on. Now, chances are I'm going to use all the paint, but this still, if you do everything the same way and each time, you'll get more consistent results. So I'm going to go up. This is medium reducer. I'm going to go up to the 16-ounce mark here. There. And I'm going to activate the base. That means I'm going to put a little clear coat activator in there. This just helps if you do have to repair it later or sand it. It doesn't react when you go to repaint it. And it's usually an ounce to a quart. That's a half a quart, so I go a half an ounce. Yeah, I'm looking at the size. It's not going to be very much. I'm calling that good enough. Stir it. I already have my gun with the Ziploc bag filter system in it. Got the funnel ready. I should check the air pressure on the gun before I pour paint in there, because I did clean this gun out from epoxy yesterday. Okay, I got it set around 45, which is what this old gun likes. Okay. I'm saying that's mixed up perfectly. Set that there. Poralize the paint. So it's in there. Now I just need to seal up the bag. These bags are nice because this holds all the paint for one. Makes clean up the gun a lot easier. Cleaning up the gun easier. And it allows you to paint upside down. You can turn this upside down and it'll still suck the paint out of the bag, because the bag will collapse as the paint goes away. And when it's empty, I mean, that bag is like vacuumed shut. So I think we're ready to go. Get my respirator on. I'm going to set you guys up over here somewhere. And you're not going to be able to watch this whole process because the cloud, the fog from the paint is going to get bad. And I just don't want to wreck my phone. I got everything ready. I'm going to start doing some areas of the front fascia that are harder to get to. Alright, that's going to make it easier when I do go to paint it. I got the paint in the edges and the cavities. I'm standing here and may as well just do this part. Okay, now the fascia. bumper cover, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. With base coat, you're not trying to build up thick layers. Think of the base coat as ink or dye. All you're doing is want to get it on there and cover one color. Okay, that should be good enough for the first coat on there. You see how much paint I have in here. Looks like I used it all up. It's going to work out great. I got another 16 ounces of mixture I can use. Time to go in the house and let that flash off. Then I come back, put final coat on. It's been over a half hour since these were painted. It's time for the clear coat. From what I can tell, they look good. And I'm going to mix up same thing I just did. 16 ounces of clear. Put it in the gun and see if I can get a coat on and just go from there. I'm not going to record all that. It's going to be the same thing, but it's going to even get cloudier in here because clear really fogs things up. So I'll be back in a flash. Okay, I have all the parts painted, clear coated. Came out nice. Good shine on them. Good reflection. So I'm going to call this done. So thank you for watching Dan's Messy Garage and me painting 3 parts for an 07 GMC Envoy. Please stay tuned to my channel for future projects. Bye.